Okay.
Okay.
Likutei Moharan Torat Gimel.
Oh.
Likutei Moharan Torat Gimel. Likutei Moharan Torat Gimel. Now we're going to explain how in the Maimon of Rabbi Bar Chana, this incredible Torah about the unbelievable koich of the tzaddik is included. But that pirush, what it says in the Gemara Baba Basra, Amar Rabba Bar Chana. Rabba Bar Chana said, "Ishtaru li Likutei Yama." The sailors, what they call those who descend the sea. In other words, that go down to sea, which means sailors. Ben Gala legalo tlas mea parsi. Between one wave and the other, there are 300 miles. V'ruma de Gala tlas mea parsi, and the height of the wave is 300 miles. Zim lachad ha'avarim be'ocham. One time, we were going on the way. V'dalinan Gala, and a wave heaved us to the sky. Ad lechazina b'marbata dekoch v'zuta, until we saw the sleeping place, the lying down place of the smallest star. Da'ave kemivza arbain griva bizra dechalala. That was so small. That star was so small. How small was it? It was the size that is necessary to sow 40 kur of mustard seeds, which are the many more you have to, because they're so small, you have to use many more than other seeds. If it would have lifted us any higher, we would burn up from the heat of that star. And one wave lifted his voice, and told its friend, Chaverti, my friend, Mishavkis mida de alma de lo shakfis, is there anything left in the world that you ever washed off like a tsunami, didn't completely obliterate? And he said, Ana v'nichave, if you left anything in the world that you didn't wash off, I will come and destroy it. Because the sins of the generation was so great, and since the wave was so high, it was absolutely certain that its friend, that its pal, the other wave, completely went and washed off the door. Amole, so the second wave answered the first one. Puk chazik vurta demorach, come and see the mightiness, the might of your master. Da'afilu kimlo chuta dechala lisdeova. Even a hairbreadth of sand I cannot overcome. Bone in my border. And the Gemara says, Shanema, for it is said, Hausi lo sirav neum Hashem. Will you not fear me that I put a border to the sea? A law that the sea cannot go over that. How can you not fear me? And what is alluded to in this particular story is as follows: Likutei Yama, the descenders of the sea. Ainu mamshichei Yama D'Oraisa. These are the ones who descend, who bring down the sea of terror. Zeh oilam, to the world, which are the tzaddikim. Ben galo legalo, between one wave to the other, tlas mea parsi, 300 miles. Shu b'chinas shin hanal. That's that particular shin that we said before. This is one seichel and another seichel. Because the letter shin is 300 in Gematria. It says Ben Gal Galo, 300, the size is 300 miles, that's Shin. That's the sechel with which the tzaddik gathers the nefashis. Rumya de Galo Tlas Mea Parsi, and the height of the wave is 300 miles. B'chinas Shin Shniya, that's the second Shin. In other words, these two mental capacities, that's the mental capacity to gather the souls. The sechel of elevating the souls in order to bring down Torah. These are the two mental capacities of the tzaddik, who is the true sage, which constitute these two shinim, the shin of 3 heads and the shin of 4 heads. And we said that the 4 heads is actually a spelled out shin of 3 heads, because it's chokhmah bina das, and das is made out of chesed and gvura. So the shin of 3 heads is chokhmah bina das. The shin of 4 heads, if you remember, it's also chokhmah bina das, but the das is spelled out of chesed and gvura, so it has 4 heads. The waves, these are the nefoshes, these are the souls. Krias, as the Novi says to Knesset Yisrael, tzalik koilech bas galim, rejoice, and lift your voice, the daughter of the waves. Lift your voice, singing and praising HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Knesset Yisrael. Why daughter of the waves? She bas Avhan. That is, she's the daughter of the fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, that made mitzvahs like Gala Ayam. This is what Chazal darshaned in Masechet Sanhedrin. So since the Nefesh Yisrael is called the daughter of the waves, so in Mele, the wave alludes to Nefashos, as it is said, Ben Gala Gala, between one wave and the next. What is between one wave and the next? Elu Chachomim. There's the Chachomim that Shem Ben Gala Gala. They're between Nefesh and Nefesh. They're between. And Mechabrim Kol Nefashos, they connect together, they collect together all the souls. The taker of nefashos, of souls, is the sage. Tlas Mea Parsi, this is also Tlas Mea Parsi. Ze B'chinas Shin Ochas, this is one Shin. V'rumya de Gala, Tlas Mea Parsi, and the height of the Gala of the wave is again 300 Pashas. In other words, to elevate the nefashos. This is the second Shin. And Rabbi Chano continues, and he says as follows: one time we were advancing on the way. In other words, when we went into the practice, the regimen of the Oyer Zivug, in order to awaken the unification of the Kodesh Baruch Hu on the Shechina, which is called Oirach. The way is, of a man and a woman is called a Oirach. Como shekol it says, Oirchi v'ri v'izoriso. That means that the drop of the Zivug, that the offspring is born from the clear part of it. Zorisa is like Zoyre Tvur, like when you Zoyre Tvur, this is when they take the wheat, which is mixed up with the chaff, I'm sorry, and you throw it up in the air, and the wind blows off the chaff, and the kernels come down. It's called Zriya. This is one Melech of Shabbos. This is Melech of Birurim. So the Oirach is a in of Zivug. It's a loshon of Zivug. The Zivug is called Oirach. V'dalein Gala, and the wave elevated us. Hainu shadalein, in other words, nefashos. We elevated the nefashos, which are called God. We elevated them up. B'chinas ir giborim olachacham. The sound, the the city of the mighty, the Chacham has gone. The Chacham goes up with the Nefashos to the Shechina. And through this, he makes up Krias Alois Maim Nikrim. This is, it does an elevation of female water. This brings about the zivug of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the Shechina. Until we saw the lying place of the small star. What is alluded to in this is, in other words, that we brought about zivuga Eloah, the supernal unification. Ki marbato, the lying down, ze b'chinas zivug. That's a common lashon for zivug. Kmo shekosov orchi v'rivi. Shchinto, the Shechina in the time of zivug is called koch v'zuta, the small star. Like it said in the Zohar, it's avidas nekuda ze'ira megorechimto, that the Shechina makes like a small dot from within love. Then it's chabra b'baal. Then it connects to her husband, because the Shechina belongs to Kodesh Baruch Hu and loves the Kodesh Baruch Hu so much, she cannot stand being away from him. So that's why the Shechina reduces herself in the smallest cutness, just to be with him, just to be with her beloved, and then it connects to Kodesh Baruch Hu, Ayin Sham. Ve'ave kemivzam arboim grivo bizro dechado, and it become the size that is necessary to sow down the seeds of 40 core, which is the measurement of mustard seeds. And what's alluded to is as follows, as it says in the Zohar. Hai chayo ka this abo, that particular dough, when it carries an offspring. Istazmas, it becomes clogged up. Lo yichalas lo yiloda. It's a very opaque mashal. It says that it's the womb of that dough gets clogged up and it cannot give birth. Ad asya nochosh, until comes the snake. The nochosh be'eriosa. Then comes the snake and bites that animal at that particular place. Then it opens up. Then the womb opens and blood comes out. And the snake drinks that blood. And afterwards it gives birth. This is a marshal for the Shechina, which is Krias HaMalchus, that brings down terror to the world. And the time of katnos, the time when it's constricted, it cannot give birth, because it only has gvuras in it. And that's why the chitzonium can be misachas, can have a chizon, in the shefa that's going to give birth. So what you need to do is that the persona of Zeir Anpin will unify, in the yesod of katnas that exists in it, which is called nachash. Now this mitzvah kedusha, we're not talking about nachash mitzvah tumo. It says there is the yesod, there's gadlus in yesod, there's gadlus in the, each bechina has gadlus and katnas. Let's not get too technical about this, but there's a certain bechina in the yesod, in the katnas, the yesod, which is called euphemistically nachash. And through this yichud katnos, smallness, first of all comes down. In other words, the first thing that comes out is the residue, is the psoilus. Is the psoilus, that whatever is left from yichud katnos, that the Zeir Anpin gives over to the Chisonium, to the Samach Man. And then when the Shechina gives the Shefa to Israel, the Chisonium cannot get any hold in it. And this is called a place of sowing It's being of chardal. Hainu b'chinas tipas dam kechardal. A drop. What is a drop of blood as small as mustard seed, which is tipa, which is mamish a small shabbat small. By the way, that particular word is used by Yuchas Nida. You know, Doraisa, the Nida is always, 11 days of Nida, and then Yemei Ziva, and it's all the time. There's a difference between the period that blood is seen during Yemei Nida and the blood that is seen during Yemei Ziva. So Lemaise B'nai Yisrael, says the Gemara, Ichmiru al atzman, they were machmir on themselves, even if they see a drop of blood as small as mustard seed, they sit on it 7 days Nikim as if it was Ziva. In other words, that's the safest way, the chumash of both ways.
Oh, okay.
Of Nida and Ziva. So you see that Tipash Dam Kichadol talks about it is that the Chadol, as small as Chadol, a drop of blood as small as the Chadol, talks about this Inyan, about the Inyan of Nida, of the Rechem of that particular Inyan. The Nafek that comes out of the Malchus, the Chmas and the Shicha Bebeis Hazera, because of the bite dafka in the house of the seed. Bizra, Rashi says, the Rashbam says, Beis Zera. V'achar kach, in other words, that particular place. V'achar kach hoilidas, and then it gives birth. V'ataloi le'azor siyatera kanal, and this is the Torah. Shenimsheches, that is being drawn to the world, comes to the world through the Yichud, the Kodesh Baruch Hu, and the Shechina. V'atorah azor is, and that Torah, when it comes to the world, it goes through a bechina of 40 days. The other animal, the other living beings, that exists in the chariot of the Shechina. This is the 40 angels. Asar l'chol sdal means 10 malachim to every side. Because every side of the 4 corners of the world, there is 10 malachim. Kamu v'sham says in the Zohar, v'zeh b'chinas arboim griva, 40 kur, 40 griva. This is the 40. This is the 40 living entities, holy living entities. Chayes hakodesh she'em arboim yom shel Torah. It's the 40 days of Torah. That's the fact that was Moshe Rabbeinu was in Shamayim 40 days to see the Torah. Is connected, this corresponds to these 40 malachim. The Torah, when it comes down, it has to pass through these 40 filters before it can come down. We will stop here due to the density of
The day.
the Torah.
Oh.